Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, ready. Come on, 15 on it. 15 on it. Block 54.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Conner. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. 55. Right here. Hey, alert 3. Jackson, reload.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, 41 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380. 72.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into big.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An interesting note about the Steelers opening up on the road here. It's the 5th season in a row that they have started away from home. Longest active streak in the league. And, of course, pitting them against the Patriots, two of the most storied franchises, especially in the last couple of decades. Since 2002, these two teams have met in 3 AFC championship games, with New England getting the better of Pittsburgh all 3 times. And you think of the Lombardi trophies, with New England winning last year. Each of these franchises has 6 trophies, tied for the most in the entire league. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Michelle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Wait. 54. Watch the run. You go tight. You got tight right there. Kill. Mike 5-4.
Jackson now. Throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's John Simon with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Room to run inside the 40. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And finally down at the 32-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Shadow! Let's put that team on the block. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Hey, Delta.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Mike,
Hey, that's 380.
Mike 5-4. We got it. 25.
Regular.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. Oh, what a catch by Edelman. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Let's go.
Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate Big plays for an offense.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun now for Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's got... this down to the 35.
It's a gain of 11. That's another.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here. Take it, take it. Mike 5-4, Mike. Hey, Alabama.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Lawrence Guy. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Able to find Switzer. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson going deep to the end zone for Juju. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And it's 3rd down.
Alert three, alert three, alert three. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Again, Jackson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
I'm going back to you. Switch. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Guy able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch twist. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson flush to his right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watch out.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on third and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this one is right down the middle. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on first down. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12. Throwing now is Brady. And a dump off to White. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle. 58, 66.
Brady to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Edelman was the intended target. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
I'm letting you buzz.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Coming. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You go 99. Stop go 99.
Let's go on. No, 66. 66.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Going deep here for Edelman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 49 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Brady hitting Dorsett complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Hey,
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing is Brady on third down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They start with a give to counter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's get it.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
It's been a long day for you.
Now Jackson. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to. On that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Here's a handoff to Connor, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Guy in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Dorsett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On the ground is Michel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
72. Reload.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start the drive with Connor. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Complete to Washington. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Samuels. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Check three.
Now it's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. 61. Mike, 58, right there. Exit. At 58.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. And now this throw complete to Washington. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw once more on second and 10. Jackson, he'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll look to run with counter. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and and start playing like the team they want to be. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Mike 51.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Got an open man. It's Washington. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 15.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Go, Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jamie Collins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
SOS.
Here's Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go. Pick it up,
On play action, it's Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 23-yard run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. In your face. 58 is the mic. 58. 58 is the mic.
22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. 58, the mic.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football. Right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson there to make the grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Goskowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Goskowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?